how gorgeous this cascading violet geranium is. These bright pops of color. $28.98 brings you the first ever cascading interspecific geranium on the market. It has racked up so many accolades for its incredible performance, and you are able to bring it home today for an easy pay of under $10, $9.66 to bring this home. I want to welcome in the wonderful Derek Wallin, who's here with us to tell us more. Hi, Derek. This is the first time we've been able to work together.
True.
It's good to
Nice
see
to
you. Thanks for being here and for bringing us this gorgeous geranium. This is one that's won many awards, is that correct?
It's very true. You know, this is a world's first. Typically when we think of the word geranium, we're not thinking cascading. And why that's so important is because when you want to do something like, especially a hanging basket, you don't want to just see a bunch of pot and all the thing just shooting up.
Right.
So the fact that they're going to cascade down and bloom downward, upward, and left and right means that you're going to get a really full look. These also do really awesome in pedestal-like containers that are sort of upright, but in any container because now they are going to spill over. What we love about this too, though, is geraniums are known to be very easy to grow.
Right.
And this is the same. It didn't get harder to grow because now it's an interspecific hybrid. But the color on this is extremely unique.
Yes, those vibrant pops.
Yes, that's right. A lot of geraniums you're going to find red or pink, but to have this kind of color is basically never. So you can see there my Uncle Eric that's actually at his pool in Indiana. That's just 2 of the 4 that you're getting planted together in hanging basket. But these are coming out of the box with flowers. They're not going to stop blooming until the first or second frost.
I want to talk about that. So what is going to be shipped to us? We're going to have 4 already actively growing plants.
That's right. So this is just one. You can see they've got some nice flowers and some buds ready to open. But as these mature, and they're very rapid growers, we actually have 2 in this one container here. Imagine a whole nother container this size.
So if you have a doorway, you place one. It's so heavy I can't even lift it. You place one on each side of your doorway and you have a gorgeous entryway.
That's very true. Now, these do make excellent plants for a hanging basket. One of my top criteria for putting anything in a hanging basket is, can it withstand getting a little hot and a little dry? Because, you know, you're up in the air, you tend to lose moisture really fast in those kinds of containers. And if you pay attention like I do, a lot of people's hanging baskets, they're like, ooh, in the middle of the day.
They're a
and
little
you don't
thirsty,
want that. But
they're a little tired.
Exactly. These can really handle that heat, which I love because they are looking good day after day. And there's something about geranium where it's an underutilized beauty in America. Actually, what inspired us to bring these to QVC was my brother went through Italy last year.
Oh, wow.
And he saw like every house has geraniums.
Right.
But then he saw some of these ones which were cascading down, and he knew that was never a thing before. So, but what we're getting is when we say this is a hybrid, it's 2 different types of geraniums crossed.
Okay.
So you're getting the big bouquet-like flower bundles, which is not every geranium. Some geraniums is just like one flower here, one flower here. So you're going to get these big bouquets, but you're also getting these wonderful Calliope type leaf. And what we mean by that in the name is that the leaf has this sort of scallop shape and an inner color and an outer color. So there's a little bit of variation in the foliage too, which is, and you can see how beautiful they are because that is your garden from the moment you get them home basically till well into October.
Wow, so really long blooming season.
Correct.
And where in the country can I grow these?
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Anywhere in the country you can grow these, and that's what's so fun about them. Typically these are going to be just a container grown. I mean, you could put them in the ground. Geraniums are something that our eye is used to being seen in containers. I love them in containers because I have 2 decks that I hang out in the front and in the back of my house.
Ooh, that's great.
And if I want to like have a dinner and I bring my parents over, I'll just bring the plants and literally just put them in the back.
Yeah, that's
and then
great.
if I'm drinking my morning coffee, I'll have them typically out in the front. And so it makes sense for me to have a lot of stuff in containers, honestly. And what's great about these is that they really fill out and they just stay that way.
Right, as Derek said, this is 2. You're receiving 4 for that sale price of $28.98. 2 have been placed into this one container. You will still have 2 more. You could also just put 1 in a container if you wanted to, and it would fill out as well. Those blooms from late spring until the first frost. And this is a tender perennial. Can you tell us what that means?
Yeah, so for some of us, we would be able to overwinter them and keep growing the next year.
Okay.
Especially if you live more down south, that's more of a likelihood.
Okay.
But, you know, just to kind of wrap up, there's 3 things in the name here: Calliope, Cascade, and Violet. So the Calliope, you're getting a really unique looking scallop-shaped leaf with a darker inner center and a lighter green outside, which is a really pretty color. But they're cascading, which is a world's first, so they're gonna flow down as well as go up and, you know, left and right. So you get a really full look. And then the violet on these is basically also a world's first. There's no such thing as a violet geranium anywhere else. We love that color. It's different than the reds, and it's something that really pops. It's almost like a raspberry color.
It's so beautiful. And I think it's really important, these are also self-cleaning.
That is a great point. I appreciate you reminding me. So once the flowers on here, like the ones that are in bloom, once they're over, they're just gonna drop off, and then the new ones are gonna pop, and then you don't have to go out there and deadhead yourself or pick up all the dead stuff, which is a lot of work, especially if you have a lot of plants. Now, these are awesome. I love window box look.
How many do you think are in that window box?
That's
probably?
2.
2. Oh my gosh. Okay, great.
So, and you can see how they're just starting to cascade over. That's early in the season, but that's cool because you don't want to just see a bunch of the window box. You want to see plants, and so it gives this effect almost as if it's floating in front of your window once they're fully
over.
bloomed.
Oh, these are beautiful. Bring these home. If you live in certain areas of the country, you could potentially keep them over the winter, but get those blooms now for late spring all the way to that first frost. And Derek, if our QVC customers aren't happy, Roberta's is not happy.
That's right. You know, we want to make sure you love growing with Roberta's and QVC. We assure your satisfaction with our perennials for 1 year, our annual and tropical plants for 90 days from the time of shipment. Basically, give us a phone call, shoot us an email if you need replacement plants, if you have questions. We're there with you every step of the way.
Amazing. Derek, you're going to be back.
That's right.
We're going to see you in a few minutes, so stick around. And we're going to talk about my top as we head over to our next item. Isn't this darling? So this is from the